Ryan entered Jungkook's office with a big smile, looking all cheerful. Boss, I finished the report you wanted. Can you check it now? Jungkook, who was busy, barely looked up and said in a cold way, Not now. I'm busy. Leave it on my desk. Ryan felt a bit let down but tried to stay positive. But sir, I really need your feedback. You told me to finish it by now. I just want to make sure it's perfect. Jungkook leaned back and replied, I told you the deadline. You should have come earlier. I can't be free just for you. Ryan quietly mumbled, thinking Jungkook wouldn't hear. Be on time? Your watch needs fixing. Jungkook raised an eyebrow, shifting his focus to her. What did you say? Ryan stammered. Nothing, sir. I was just talking to myself. Irritated, Jungkook gestured for her to leave, saying, Alright, now go. Ryan grumbled as she left. I wasn't planning to stand here all day anyway, sir. Jungkook, what did you? Ryan ran away. Jungkook, getting increasingly annoyed, mumbled to himself as he watched Ryan leave his office. She talks to herself more every time she's here. Jungkook's cold demeanor remained unchanged as he watched her rush out. Silly, he said as he got back to work. Ryan couldn't help but feel a mix of frustration and confusion. She grumbled to herself as she walked away. Why does he have to be so uptight all the time? Her best friend at the office, Lisa, approached and asked, What's up with you and the boss, Ryan? Ryan sighed and replied, I have no idea, Lisa. He's just impossible to please. As Jungkook watched Ryan from his office, he couldn't deny that, despite her clumsiness and goofiness, there was something oddly endearing about her. Her colleagues exchanged knowing looks as they saw Ryan fooling around in the hallway. Jungkook couldn't help but roll his eyes, irritated by her constant playfulness. Ryan finally had a moment to relax during lunchtime. She leaned back in her chair, stretched and sighed. Finally a break. Her colleagues, noticing a temporary respite, quickly pulled her back into action. Colleague said, Ryan, can you make copies of this document? Another chimed in, Hey, could you grab some new stapler pins from the supply room? Yet another colleague asked, Can you quickly check my work? I need your input. One more added, While you are at it, can you run down to the shop and grab lunch for me? As Ryan returned with the lunch orders, one of our friends requested, Oh, and can you get a coffee for me from the machine, please? Ryan glanced at the clock, disappointed to see that only 2 minutes remained of her break. She decided to quickly drink some water and get back to work, saying, I guess my break can wait. Just 2 more minutes. Ryan returned to her desk, feeling drained, and decided to finish her work before taking a snack break. Once she completed her task, she handed it to her colleague Jean. Can you give this to the boss? I have got some work to do, Ryan asked. Jin nodded and headed to Jungkook's office. When he entered, Jungkook didn't even glance at him. He simply said, Miss Ryan said to pass this to you. Jungkook, clearly surprised, responded with an air of disbelief. Huh? What? Miss Ryan passed her work to a colleague instead of delivering it herself. Cool. Jin attempted to explain. Sir, she told she got busy with some work to do. Jungkook sarcastically. Oh, so she's too occupied to walk down the hallway herself. Jungkook coldly. You can go. Jungkook dramatically turned his chair around and muttered to himself. I must see what she's so busy with. Jungkook, known for never leaving his office except to go home, stepped out, which took the employees by surprise, as it was a rare sight. He walked straight to Ryan's desk, looking around and noticed her seat was empty. He cautioned, Empty? He decided to sit in her chair, asking her colleagues, Where is Miss Ryan? The fellow employees said they are not aware about it, but Jin says he saw her walking towards the empty hallway. Jungkook walked towards the hallway, searching for Ryan. He saw Ryan standing at the window with hand holding snacks as she tries opening it. He leaned close to her ear and whispered, Need some help with opening the snack? Ryan agreed unconsciously. Sure. Jungkook called. What are you doing here, Miss Ryan? I thought I will see you super busy. Ryan, sir. Jungkook, you got so busy that you have sent your work with your fellow colleagues. It's not what it seems, Jungkook harsh. I don't care. You are staying here for late. Get back to work right now. Jungkook left angrily, leaving Ryan feel harsh of his words. Ryan got back to work. As employees saw Jungkook leave the office, all gathered around to play games. Let's play some games. all gathered singing songs and dancing. But feeling bored, their manager got an idea. Manager, hey, how about one of you act like rude boss? All agreed, but they got confused on who should act, and then Jin. How about Vine do this? She just got scolded. Vine, no, I don't want to. All her colleagues forced her and she agreed. Vine said, okay. Manager, to get more feel of it, let's do it in the office. Let's go. Vine, oh no, it's too much. Colleague, you will be just fine. Do it. Jungkook, oh god, I just forgot the file I was supposed to check. Jungkook headed back to office. As he came across the employee area and saw it empty, Jungkook playing with keys. Vine went back home, dismissing my orders. He saw a bunch of people standing outside the office door. As they saw Jin Jungkook, all slowly stepped aside and rushed home. Vine, being unaware of Jungkook's presence, started her acting. Vine sat on the chair and turned it dramatically, acting to hold pen in one hand, flipping it. Vine looking at papers on desk in cold voice. Come in. Vine, Jungkook too. I told you the deadline. You should have come earlier. I can't be free just for you. Vine, free tune. And you know guys, then he won't even care and get back to his work, sitting on chair and ask you to get out. Vine said, sitting on the chair and put her head on the desk. Jungkook approached her as he removed her baby hair from her face as he said, Jungkook's sympathetic tone. Oh, does he? Vine out of unconscious. Yes, he does, she said, putting her head up. Vine being shocked as she screams, ah! Jungkook put his hand around her mouth. Shh. Jungkook standing dangerously close to her. Vine tries getting up from the chair, but Jungkook put his hand on the desk, making her sit back. Vine, nervous. Sir? Jungkook, I'm not your sir. I'm your childhood buddy. Forget we were buddies. Vine confused. Huh? Vine, no, I can't, sir. Jungkook covered tie around Vine. Do it, Vine, now. Vine nervously started acting. Vine softly. Yes. I will check it, Vine. Jungkook smokes. I don't do it this way, Vine. Approaches Vine. Jungkook smokes. Do you know how I wanna act, Vine? Jungkook cheer up. Okay, go outside and act like daily. Vine, may I come in? Vine, sir, can you check the file? Jungkook, sure, show. Vine walks over and gives the file. But Jungkook pulls her by. Vine, sir? Jungkook, do you know how I want to be greeted?